Welcome back to the vlog. This is every day. And every day I get email from people through the contact page at thesalesblog.com and they send me questions. Some of them are really good and worth answering here. Some of them I send emails back to, and sometimes I just send them a link to the 3,000 articles there at thesalesblog.com. This one I want to answer. It's from Ralph, who says, what would you say if a dream client tells you they're currently not taking quotes at this time? I don't want to have a predictable response like, okay, what time is best? Or give a vague try back time. Okay, Ralph, I'm speaking to you specifically, but there's a bunch of people who are in a business like yours that has sort of a transactional component to it. But I want to explain to you how you think about this. You're walking in saying, let me give you a quote on your business, and your buyer is not at that stage of their buying process. Buyers have this psychology that they go through, and you have to match your approach to where they are in that process. So let's talk about that for just 1 minute. A buyer doesn't buy something until they're dissatisfied, until they're compelled in some way. So the question that you have to have the buyer realize that they need to answer is, why should I change what I'm doing right now? That's the question that you're trying to get them to answer. But you're saying, I'll give you a quote, and I hope that my quote beats the competitor's price by a little bit, and that will be enough motivation for you to change. But it turns out it's not a big enough motivation for them to change, or they'd be saying, let me see that quote. And the reason why is because the switching costs for your customers is greater than the money that you can save them, more than likely. More than likely, I've got to work with a new company, I got to set you up as a vendor. You're not going to save me that much money. I already know how to work with these people. They're the devil I know. You're the devil I don't know. It's not worth the time and trouble right now. I have bigger priorities. Unless you can get the question, it sounds like this. Listen, there's a number of reasons that should be compelling you to change right now. Let me share with you what some of these are, and let's answer the question, why do I have to change right now? Everything seems fine. That's a difficult question because of the nature of your business. It's a difficult question to get the buyer to think about, but that's ultimately where they are. And buyers go through this, wait, I want something to be different. I get this vision of the future. I understand how I need to change, and then I start evaluating my options. You started at here's how I evaluate my options. This is why the prospective client, your dream client, is rejecting your approach because they're saying, I'm not there yet. I don't even need to see a quote, because I'm not ready to change. So the question is, what needs to be different than it is now, and how can I help you make a difference? So what you want to do is you want to have a conversation. Instead of saying, when can I give you a quote, you want to say, when can I have 10 minutes of your time? Because if you're 4% unhappy with what you're doing right now, I can fix it for you. If you're 20% dissatisfied with what you're doing, I will shake your whole tree and rock your world. This will be like nothing you've ever seen before. I can take care of you. If you're 1% dissatisfied, talk to me, because you should be 100% satisfied like my clients. And if you're not, let me explain to you how I can help you get better results. And let me tell you the problems that other people have that look like yours that I can help you with. So what happens is you have to move them back up to why should I change, and then how do I change, and then why should I buy from Ralph? What you've decided to say is you should buy from Ralph because I'm going to give you a quote and I'm going to look just like everybody else and I'm going to sound like everybody else. And because you look and sound like everybody else with this approach, you're getting the same response that everybody else gets. If you want a different result, you've got to change your approach. You have to go in and do discovery, and you have to cause the client to answer the question, why do I have to change now? Or why should I have to change now? And if I'm going to, why should I change and use Ralph instead? I'm Anthony Iannarino. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't be transactional. Even if you have a transactional business, don't be transactional. Be consultative, be a trusted advisor. Get in there and ask the hard questions, shake things up, get people to recognize, hey, I could have something better here. I could produce better results. And then help them get those results. While you're here, hit subscribe. This is every day. Wait, the books? Oh, the books you noticed. I've written 2 books right now. They're doing really, really well on Amazon. They got great reviews. The first one is The Only Sales Guide You'll Ever Need, and the second one is The Lost Art of Closing. Links are here. If you don't own the books, check them out. Read the reviews. You're going to love them. And I'll see you tomorrow. This is every day.